Have you ever spent hours recording, editing, making the best video of your life, and then the video flops? Years ago, I used to upload these awful League of Legends gameplays, yeah, I know, don't judge me, that barely got any views. I blamed the algorithm, my niche, even my bad luck. But when editing became my job, I had to stop making excuses and actually figure this shit out. And that's when I realized, instead of asking, why aren't people watching my videos, I should have been asking, what actually makes me want to watch a video? Think about your favorite creator. You probably don't even do what they do. Maybe you never draw for 24 hours straight, renovated a house, started a business. So why do you keep watching? Because you aren't watching the activity, you're watching for the journey. Take a video called 30 Days to Draw a Manga, or something like that. If people only cared about the final drawing, they could just skip to the end. The manga isn't really the story, the uncertainty is. And you can use the exact same idea in almost any type of video. So, how do you actually do that? Every interesting video has someone trying to achieve something, and something getting in the way. That's it. Let's say you're making a tutorial. Most people would start like, today I'm going to teach you how to draw anatomy. There's nothing wrong with that, but you could add a little story to it. Something like,
when I started studying anatomy, I was all pumped to finally get my characters to look better. Except they didn't.
See the difference? You're teaching the exact same thing, but now I want to know what changed your mind. What were you doing wrong and what actually helped? The same things work for gameplays or any type of video. Don't just say, today we're building a zoo. Give me a problem. Now there's a reason to stay. Even vlogs can work like this. If you're trying to find an apartment, finish a painting, building something, learn a new skill, now there's progress, and progress keeps people watching. After looking at a lot of videos, I realized most of them follow the same loop. Goal, problem, solution, and then a new, smaller problem. And this new problem becomes the reason to watch the next minute. Think about it as a macro goal and micro goals. The macro goal is the big thing you're trying to achieve. That's the destination. But what keeps you watching, it's everything that happens along the way. And suddenly, there's a new problem to solve. That's what creates that continuous loop. And depending on the video, those problems can come from different places. It could be a challenge, conflict, an exploration, or a transformation. There's actually something I like to do before I start every video, and you can try this too. I write down my main goal for the video, and the message I want people to take from it. Then I break that main goal into smaller goals. It helps me build the script around one story instead of just writing, then this happened, then I did this, then I went there. It should feel less like a list of events and more like one story. Because you can have the best idea in the world, but if it doesn't make people care, they're probably not going to stick around long enough to see it. So how do you make people care? You don't hide information, you create curiosity. Imagine a video called How I Grew My Channel, and in the first 10 seconds I say the answer was consistency. There's no journey anymore. Show how you discovered the answer, what you tried first, the moment something finally clicked. People don't just want the conclusion, they want the process. And this also connects to your title and thumbnail, because before someone watches your video, they have to click on it. You could make the best video on YouTube, but if nobody clicks, they'll never see your amazing storytelling. That's why your thumbnail, your title, and your first 30 seconds should all work together. They should make the same promise. Look at these two titles. The game is exactly the same. The only thing that changed was the question. The second title immediately makes you wonder. The same things happen here. One explains, the other makes you curious, and your thumbnail works in a similar way. A lot of creators try to fit everything into one image. Tiny text, 10 different objects, a million arrows. Nobody is going to stop scrolling to study your thumbnail. They're going to look at it for maybe 1 or 2 seconds. So make things clear. Your main subject should have a good size difference from everything around it. It can be smaller or bigger, but it should stand out. And the emotion on the character's face should match the question created by the title. You want the viewers to be able to imagine what the video might be about just by looking at the image and the text. You don't need to explain everything. And finally, those first 30 seconds. Please, don't start your video like, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Your first 30 seconds aren't there to introduce yourself. They are there to prove that your title and thumbnail weren't lying, and to show people what they can expect if they stay until the end. The best editors are the ones who remove everything that gets between the viewer and the story. Think about it. When you record a vlog, you might have 6 hours of footage, but you also don't want to cut straight from leaving your house to arriving at your destination. That's where editing comes in. Show the time passing. Time-lapse, funny moments, mistakes, a few shots of the process. Those little moments make it feel like the viewer was there with you, without wasting their time. There's actually a little trick I use when I'm not sure if I spend too much time on one of these scenes. I watch those little parts of the video without sound. When there's music playing, it's really easy to lose track of time because the music feels good and the scene feels nice. And sometimes you end up keeping a shot for too long, or the opposite happens, and you cut it so quickly that the viewers doesn't really feel the passage of time. Watching it without sound makes the pacing much easier to judge. Every cut should answer one question: does this help to tell the story? If the answer is no, you know what to do. Because good editing isn't about adding more, it's about making the journey easier to follow. And remember, people don't watch videos because they are perfectly edited, they watch because they care about what happens next. Editing just helps them get there. So before uploading your next video, ask yourself, if this wasn't my video, would I actually be interested in watching it? The things I talked about in this video, I really see them more as things you can test when you're still trying to grow your channel and find your style. Because later on, you might see huge YouTubers making videos about literally anything and people will still watch because they already built a community. They're watching because they like the person behind it. And how do you build that kind of community? Well, that's probably a topic for another video. I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!